Hi guys, welcome to Amendoeira Golf Resort in Portugal. We've been here for the last couple of days testing out the brand new FootJoy Pro SL golf shoe. A really impressive shoe that you've probably seen on tour already. This has been doing the rounds for quite some time. We had players putting into play at the Open Championship at Royal Troon, Lee Westwood. Louis Oosthuizen, Adam Scott had been a big fan of this shoe before that. But it's finally here. It's going to be available to buy to you guys from the 1st of February 2017. Just my first impressions on this shoe is it's a marked improvement on what I feel this shoe is kind of replacing or kind of superseding, and that's the DryJoys Casual. I absolutely love the DryJoys Casual because for a spikeless I thought they gave you really good performance. Actually felt like a proper sort of structured golf shoe, but you got the benefits and comfort from it being a spikeless. But it wasn't cheap, and if anything it probably didn't quite have the style and the shelf appeal that a sort of £120, £130 shoe what you'd expect. So this is Pro SL. Straight away, huge shelf appeal, looks really stylish. They've definitely upped it on the looks. As soon as you feel it, just a touch, it's got a newer, softer leather, which gives it that premium feel, but also gives a bit of added comfort. And some of the key technologies in this shoe really are in this sole. It's got a kind of 3-layer sole, where you've kind of got ultimate traction on one layer, and you've got the kind of comfort layers in the middle, but a stability and then added comfort again nearer to actually where your foot's going to be. I caught up with Jeremy Baldwin from FootJoy just to get a little bit more information on the tech on Pro SL. He's a lot better placed than I am to tell you all about it. We've got some exciting new shoes from FootJoy 2017. One shoe that you've probably already seen before on the feet of Adam Scott, Lee Westwood. They've really been struggling to keep quiet about this shoe, and so have FootJoy to be honest with you, because it's been so popular among tour pros. But this is it. I've been wearing it on the course here today, but Jeremy's going to tell us a little bit more about it. Tell us a little bit about some of the key technologies in this shoe and why are tour pros loving it so much.
Okay, well, one of the things, obviously the first thing to notice is actually a spikeless shoe. We call this the player's spikeless. One of the things we've noticed with a lot of our tour players, they've moved to spikeless golf shoes. They find particularly with Pro SL, they're getting great traction and stability. The stability comes really from the white section that you see around here. That's a little firmer than the blue section you see in the middle. And what we have here is called fine-tuned foam. And the blue and the white sections are both fine-tuned foam. But actually the blue section is a little softer, so that provides lots of underfoot cushioning. And then the white section provides that perimeter stability that a guy that swings pretty hard needs. And you see the green bits here, there's great traction that you get from these little spikes. Yeah. But that's actually, they're spikeless effectively, so.
Yeah. I mean, I've just to look, and obviously with similar technologies, you guys are probably familiar with the DryJoys Casual, and they have got a lot of similarities with that shoe, but for me, they've kind of taken things up a gear from the DryJoys Casual in terms of the leather. Leather feels much nicer and softer, and the style and the shelf appeal seems again like you've taken up a notch. Is that something that had come from feedback at all?
Yeah, we've moved it up, as you said. We've moved the leather up to what we call chroma skin, so high tensile strength, very good for durability, provides great structure there. The pattern's probably a little bit more structured than the pattern we have with DryJoys Casual, so that's obviously helped in terms of stability. The other thing that's kind of noticeable is that we're actually using a slightly different last. It's called the Laser Plus last. So great fit in the forefoot and in the heel. So nice and secure in the heel. A little bit more room here in the forefoot. So really good, comfortable fitting shoe. So.
Now, this shoe, obviously with it being a spikeless shoe, but when you've got it on, you almost feel like you've got a proper, traditional, structured golf shoe on. But you obviously get all the the comfort benefits of spikeless. I mean, I actually feel like with a shoe like this, you can wear it in all conditions because the traction is so good. And do you guys seeing this as a shoe as not just like a summer spikeless, but like an all year round top performing shoe?
Yeah, I mean, there's great traction, as I mentioned. The green section here, they provide tremendous traction. It's a little bit different to sort of the normal sort of plastic spikes that you'd see. These actually go straight into the ground. Yeah, they're a little bit more like the old traditional spikes, so great for traction. But ultimately it'll come down to whether the golfer feels comfortable wearing something like a spikeless shoe in winter conditions. A lot of it's still up in the player's mind. But we know this performs extremely well in all conditions for traction and stability.
Because you've even got a few tour pros that have been using this shoe who traditionally had been, more of, say like your DryJoys tour type of shoe, but this shoe has almost been able to convince them that they can wear a spikeless shoe and still get that performance that they're looking for out on tour.
Yeah, and I think, they've obviously, stability is a big thing for those guys, but the traction is the main thing. And I think, going back to these, say the green set, you get far more traction from these elements here, we call thermoplastic urethane TPU inserts here. So they know they can get on their firmer fairways. This goes straight into the ground, so they get that grip. Whereas I say with probably sort of spikes and sort of more nub type rubber nubs, you don't kind of get the same traction. So I think they find this is really good for traction, whereas in the past they may not have been able to get that traction. So cool. Yeah, we think it's a great all-round shoe.
Yeah, well, I've really enjoyed wearing them for 18 holes just now. I was a big fan of the DryJoys Casual, but you instantly, when you pick up this shoe and you feel that leather, it's just got a bit more of a premium feel. I think the look's a little bit better. So I actually think FootJoy have improved on what was already a really good product. I would definitely vouch, giving them a try. Validations there with tour players as well. So take a look out for it when it comes in the shops. It'll be available to buy from February 2017.
That's right.
Is that right? And give us some feedback, comment below, and let us know what you think about the FootJoy Pro SL. Cheers, Jeremy.
Great. Thank you.
So after playing 18 holes here at Amendoeira, a fantastic course here in Portugal, wearing the Pro SL, I have to say the performance was superb. I mean, you may have seen me in videos before, balance is a bit of an issue for me, it can be a bit slippy and slidey. But with these shoes, despite being a spikeless, you're not sacrificing anything from a traction point of view. You do really feel like you're nicely glued to the ground, but they just feel like they've got that support there, for your feet as well. So it's like an ultimate all-rounder shoe, really. Benefits of spikeless from the comfort, but you kind of got the performance as well from the kind of key technology in the sort of sole area, and that sort of firm leather feel from the actual shoe. So yeah, my feedback on these shoes is really positive. They've definitely upped their game, from a looks point of view. You're not going to feel shortchanged at all. This is a premium shoe, but what you're getting is a lot of tech. You're getting a really nice leather, and you're getting cool looks as well. So they've taken a very successful product, which was the DryJoys Casual, used on tour a lot. Danny Willett winning the Masters, Louis Oosthuizen, like I said, Lee Westwood, Adam Scott, all massive fans of the DryJoys Casual. And this is, it's almost got all the good things about DryJoys Casual, but improved it further. So you can't say in any way that this shoe has not developed from kind of what it's replacing. I was a big fan out on the course. You need to kind of test these out to find out if they're the right sort of shoe to you, for you to use. FootJoy talk a lot about their fitting and finding a shoe. If you're like a mobile person that moves around a lot or needs that movement to get a bit more power, or whether you need something a little bit more structured to help you with your swing. This is a shoe that kind of sits a little bit more in the middle between a mobile, and a more structured shoe. So you should get the best of both worlds out of it. But I'd recommend you go and see your pro, have a go, maybe hit a few shots on the TrackMan to find out if this shoe's working for you. But for what it's supposed to do, this is supposed to be a top performing spikeless shoe, and it definitely does that. There's not really anything that you can fault from this shoe, from what FootJoy are trying to achieve from that brief, which is performance being the number one thing, and you get that, but you also get the really cool looks. It comes in some different colours to this one. I really like this colour, the sort of the white, green and sort of silvery blue colour. You can also get it in a black colour as well. There's a white and red version. You can get it in with the BOA lacing technology on the back as well. It will cost you a little bit more money. But yeah, go and get fit, get the right size. FootJoy do some good sizes. They do medium sizes, they do wide sizes. So it's really important, because people will often say, "Oh, I don't like that shoe, it wasn't very comfortable." Chances are probably wasn't a good fit. Get the right fit, test it out on TrackMan, and I think you're going to get on really well with the FootJoy Pro SL, and they're a really cool shoe for 2017.